find time to get out there and work on your game. You don't have to be in leagues. You don't have to play AAU. Just get out there and work on your craft. Just like anything else in life. If you want to be great at something, you have to put in the work. So go out there and work hard.
Welcome to another episode of the Tampa, Florida Pickup Basketball Podcast. I'm your host, Byron. Today we got Joey Brauer in the building. What's up, Joey?
How's it going, my man?
What's going on,
All
man?
good?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good to see you, my man.
Yeah, it's good to finally get you on here, man.
Yes, sir. It's been a while, man. I've been waiting.
I think this is actually our 18th episode.
Nice.
All right, so I think you're probably, I don't know, how many guests have we had? We've had a few guests. Yeah, we had a few guests here. You know, but I had to get my guy in. I had to get my guy in the mix. You know, one of the OGs in Tampa Bay area. You know. So I know a lot about you. You know, we go way back. Our relationship actually started where I met you. I met you at the YMCA.
Why? Yeah. We played against each other. That was a
so
great
me
night.
and Joey. So Joey was busting our ass basically. He said we played against each other, but he really was. You know what I'm saying? That's really what was happening. And so Joey ended up, giving it to us in the YMCA Men's League. And then at the end of the game, he was like, hey, man, I do some training.
Right.
I think he gave me his card. And I gave him a shot and brought my boy Miles out.
Yeah.
And this is what Miles was 7.
Yeah, been with Miles about
six turning 7.
5-6 years now, right?
Yeah. So I gave him a shot because, I wanted Miles to really be with a point guard,
right.
Which we'll get into that, but that's what you are.
For sure.
And that's what you were in high school and college and whatnot, was a top point guard. So I was okay. Who better than to learn from a point guard who's done it, right?
Right.
But right now it's about you. I kind of want to give you an opportunity to introduce yourself, let the folks know a little bit about you. We can pretty much start with, where you're from, kind of how you got into basketball. Just tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, my name's Joey Brauer. Grew up in Brooklyn, New York. Came out of a class of 1990 where it was packed with amazing talent that year. You had Jamal, Mashburn, Khalid, Reeves. Kenny Anderson came out the year before. I mean, the list goes on. And apparently that was the best year till this day of high school talent that ever came out. So being a 6 foot, 150-pound guard, I was real small. So it was hard. A lot of the big time schools overlooked that. So I was just, looking to get a scholarship somewhere. So I just, worked hard. I mean, every day from probably 8th grade on, because baseball was my main sport. I loved baseball. But when I didn't pitch, you didn't play. So it kind of got boring. So I was like, you know what? Dribble the ball, pass. If you get everybody the ball, they're going to always want you on their team. So I was like, I'm going to do this. And I was real nice with the handles, passing. They nicknamed me Magic just because of the way I passed and everything. So it was a beautiful feeling. And then once I grew, because I was always very undersized, I was about 5'8" until about 11th grade. And then I shot up to about 5'11", and then I hit 6 foot my senior year. I had 2 good stars on my team my junior year, and they were seniors, so I was more of a point guard, averaged like 15 and 10. And then when they graduated, coach just said, this is your show. And I said, you know what, at my school, it was a school where we were like in the middle of the pack, Lincoln, where the Marburys went, Sebastian Telfair, all those guys went. They were the top of the line. So when we played them, every one of my neighbors was like, you got to put up big numbers. That's where the coaches, the scouts are going to see you since we're not a big-time school. So every time we played them, I put up like 34, 30, 10 dimes. I mean, we lost, but everybody started to know, hey, this kid's nice. This white boy can play. So then, I just ended up getting a scholarship. I went to Clarion University my first year. And my grandma who raised me.
Clarion, where's that?
Yeah, Clarion's in Pennsylvania, about 6 hours from New York, from the city.
Is that a big school?
Yeah, it was it was bigger than where I ended up going to St. Leo. And
so that was a D2 as well.
D2, okay. High D2, just like St. Leo. D2. I had some offers to D1 like Marist, Siena, But my thing was I wanted to go in and be the man right away. I didn't want to go to a mid-level D1 and have to wait 2 years, bulk me up and be the man. And I said, I want to go somewhere where they're going to be like, yo, you're the point guard right away. So me and my roommate who I ended up rooming with, his name was Kwame Morton, Division II leading scorer in '94, my senior year. He stayed at Clarion. And I left after the first semester because my sisters moved my grandmother, who raised me, to Florida because they lived there. And I got homesick. I didn't want to be a plane ride away. There's no phones. Back in 1990, we didn't have cell phones or anything. So I got really homesick. So I gave up my scholarship. And then when I was down in West Palm area, I started going to Palm Beach Community College just to run with the team. And when I ran with the team, there was a coach there. And that coach, Coach Scott Pospical, real good guy. He played at Florida Southern, but he was the coach there. He was like, I'm going to send you highlight tapes to a few schools. He sent it to Central Florida, which was D1, over in Orlando, University of Tampa, Florida Southern, St. Leo. And they all offered me scholarships. But St. Leo, when I came there, they were like, yo, it's your show. Our point guard, he got hurt. You don't have nothing. It's your show. So I went in there and played 3 years because I lost that 1 year of eligibility at Clarion because I played in 7 games. And if you play in more than 20%, you lose the year. So I couldn't redshirt. So I played there 3 years and had a real successful career there. Still hold the assist record with 16 in the game, second all time, only because I was only there 3 years. The other guy was there 4. He had like 40 more assists. I would have broke that the first month. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I still, to this day, I feel like I'm the greatest point guard to ever come out of St. Leo, and I don't think anybody would argue that, you know?
Yeah, no, I would agree. And I think didn't they honor you with being
I got
becoming a Hall of Famer?
into the Hall of Fame in 2015, and I still go back every year, see a lot of games, and just show my love to the school, because without St. Leo, I wouldn't be teaching and doing the things that I'm doing today. So the basketball has taken me all the way, and it's still taking me, so I'm blessed.
That's dope. So, all right, so started Clarion University.
Yeah.
Ended up in Florida with family. Then next thing you know, you're at St. Leo running the show over there.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. So how'd you guys do? Do you guys end up having some, so 2 questions. First off, how'd you guys do?
We did, my first year there, we struggled. What was rough was I had 3 coaches I had a new coach every year. Every year they fired the coach. So in 3 years, you got three new coaches. That's like being a freshman every year as a point guard learning a new system. You know, so that was rough. My first year coach was my favorite. That was my best statistical season, but he didn't have a lot of talent around us. And back then, St. Leo only gave like 6 scholarships. There wasn't a lot of money at St. Leo. It's where all the other schools, like University of Tampa, Florida Southern, all those schools, they gave like 9 scholarships. So our 5 players, the starting 5, could compete with anyone. But then when you got to the bench later in the game, we didn't have the bench, so we'd wear down, you know what I mean? And teams would get us because we didn't have, when we brought in the subs, they weren't scholarship players.
Right.
So they would get us. Now, it's totally different now. Even 10, 15 years after I graduated, all schools had 10 scholarships, you know? So it was tough that year, but it was fun. We went up to Georgetown, so that was always a great trip. We played them twice in my career. First year we went up there, we played against Lonzo up in the Cap Center. That was before, you know, it changed to the MCI.
I seen those highlights online, actually.
Yeah, man, that was.
You had 17 points that game.
Yeah, I had a big game, man, and I always lived for the big moments. Being from Brooklyn, you had to thrive on the big moments, you know, as where other players or other people get nervous. I love that, you know, the talking, the fans, this. I lived for that. If there was no talking, the game would be boring to me. So we went up there and like, early in the game, I went to the hole and Lonzo fouled me. I said, M1, get off me. I just started talking.
That's that New York. Right
yeah, it was just in New York. And my coach called me over in the timeout. I was like, Joey, what are you doing? I was like, what do you mean? What am I? Who's that? I don't know who he is. Right. To me, he's just another player. I played against the best in New York. Right. Lonzo, at that time, he was an All-American, but I didn't know he was going to be a Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? Right. I thought I was better. You know, that's just how we felt in New York. Right. So that was always a dope performance. Then we went back there my junior year when Othello Harrington was there. Lonzo already went to the league, and he was a big boy, too. He was like #1 top 5 player in the country going to Georgetown, so that was nice.
Georgetown was big for a while there.
Yeah, back when we played them my sophomore year,
they were top. Ewing, they had Alonzo, they had a couple guys over there. Yeah,
they were top 10 defense in the country, man. They pressed me full court, and I had to break that thing by myself. But, I mean, it was fun, man. After the game, John Thompson patted me on the head. He even wanted me to come that summer to the Pan American Games to try out in D.C. I never went, but just an honor for him to pat me on the head and tell me how proud he was of me. That was dope.
So St. Leo, I mean, you had said that when you were there, they were kind of struggling financially.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm willing to argue now, they got some money over there now.
Yeah, St. Leo's doing good, man.
They got a real nice facility over there. I've been to a few of their games. They put on a nice show. It's not just basketball. They got all the other entertainment pieces there, too.
They host, I mean, I know they host NBA teams. The Raptors were there. When I was, right after I graduated 2 years later, the Nets were there. When John Calipari was coaching the Nets, they housed them there for the summer when they were training and stuff.
I mean, they got a nice facility, bro.
It's nice. It's come a long way, man.
Nice. So you didn't play in that facility?
Yeah, that was the same gym.
That was the same gym?
Yeah, that was the same gym, but it's redone, man. We didn't have both sides like the way they have it. We only had one side, and the gym was so yellow, they used to call it like a popcorn machine because it was, when you walked in there, it was bright yellow. Now it's state of the art, man. It's nice.
It is, yeah.
It's real nice.
So who else did you play? Because there's a couple other guys in Tampa in the area that are in the community, kind of like you are, that actually played at St. Leo with you. Who else did you actually play with?
Nah, them dudes are, a lot of those guys. Chris Ward's my man.
Chris Ward.
From the Skills Center. Yeah, he came
there.
He
played at St. Leo with you?
He came my senior year. I mean, his senior year.
His senior year, okay.
His senior year was my senior year, but I was already there. This was my third year. He transferred in from Texas Christian.
Okay.
He left TCU. He's from the Bradenton area, so he just wanted to
play close to
finish
home.
Close to home, and he came for his senior year.
How'd y'all do?
We did. Our senior year was our best year.
Did you guys
good.
jail? He could hoop?
Yeah, he was good. Yeah, Ward was nice, man. We lost in the semis to the University of Tampa to another dude locally, DeCarlo DeVoe, who's down at Hoop Works and does some things over there. DeCarlo was an All-American. He was a real tough player.
I heard he was a beast.
Yeah, he was nice. So we lost to them by 3. We had a chance to hit a 3 at the buzzer, and we missed it and ended our careers. But it was on their court at UT, and it was a great game. And just being around these guys and still seeing them and talking about it is amazing.
So you don't have any film of these games?
Yeah, I got there's some highlight tapes on YouTube.
See, that's the difference between now and then.
Yeah, everything was on. That's what I'm saying. When they talk about the recognition or the exposure,
it's there now.
So there now. You know what I mean?
It wasn't there.
It wasn't there. So you see these kids going overseas, and I'm like, these dudes are terrible. To be honest with me, man, some of these dudes that are going, I'm like, dude, they put a highlight tape together, but. You watch them in a game, come on, man.
Yeah, you can work magic with them highlight tapes. Yeah, you can work
magic with a highlight tape, for real. We had scouts come and watch us. There wasn't no sending really much tapes. You know, my tape, my sister made on a VCR because my high school coach really didn't he didn't help us. I mean, my letters that came in, he didn't work in my high school. So I would have to go into the mailbox at the athletic department and take them out and then bring them home, or else I wouldn't have got them. So my sister made a highlight tape. She had like a camcorder back then, where she borrowed from my other sister who lived in Minnesota at the time. And every Christmas holiday, she would have it for like a month or 2, and she would tape some of my games, and then we put it together and sent it to the coaches. Wow. That's how Clarion recruited me. Yeah, because if we didn't have that,
they would have never seen
I probably wouldn't have got seen because I was at my school wasn't one of the powerhouses in New York, so nobody was coming to see us.
Right, because there was a lot of talent in New York.
A lot of talent,
and
man.
the thing about New York is very guard heavy.
Point guards everywhere, man. Yeah. Everybody got to be able to dribble the ball.
So after St. Leo, you chose not to go pro, because I'm pretty sure, because I think you had said you had a few pro options.
Yeah, I had an offer. I have this guy. He was a rabbi, but he was an agent over in Pensacola. His name was Mitch Smith. He's still around, as a matter of fact. He called me because I'm half Jewish, so I was a Jewish All-American from high school to college. So I always was offered to go to Israel, playing the Maccabeah games and all that stuff. And I basically, I had my passport. Melinda, my sister, took me down to the post office down by the airport, got my passport ready. And about a week before, I was signed, sealed to go, play in their second division for the first season and then move up. I mean, about a week before, I turned it down. I was scared to leave. Okay. This was 94. Cell phones were not still, I had a beeper at that time, and my grandma raised me. I lost my parents so young that I was scared to leave the country. I just, I've always been sheltered by my grandmother raised me, and I was scared to go. If I was homesick at Clarion to Florida, how am I gonna go to Israel? You know what I'm saying? So it's something I never regretted. I mean, till this day, I think, I would have been there and retired there and been very successful if I stayed there, but who knows what would have happened. I might not have had Cameron, my daughter, and things like that. So I think everything happens for a reason. I know I was good enough to go there. I went to Long Island. They had a tryout for the Maccabea games to go over there when I was a junior in college, because every 4 years they have Olympics in Israel. And I made that, but I just went to do it just to see if I could make it. I knew I wasn't gonna go. But just to know and be a first team All-American Jewish player in college and high school was knowing that I would have went, because they took 2 players from the United States to be on the team.
Mm-hmm.
But with me, it would have been 3, because I would have been considered a resident there, a citizen.
Because of the Jewish.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it would have been easy.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you had an opportunity to play pro, and you said, "Nah,
Turned
I'm
it
good?"
down, man. Yeah, turned it down. It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are killing for that now. That's what they want.
That's all they want, right?
Yeah, yeah. And I think so Ward, he went overseas for a little bit,
Yeah,
right?
Ward played over. DeCarlo played over.
So all them guys that you were running with, a lot
of them went over there. A few of them went overseas.
Had careers.
Yep, they did.
Yep.
They did. Yeah.
Man, that would have been ancient. That'd have been interesting to see how you did over there.
Yeah, it would have been nice, man. Because my style of running and gunning, I think it would have been nice, man. It would have been nice.
Because you would have been surrounded by shooters.
Yeah.
Over in the European, over on that side, they're more
they can all shoot.
Yeah.
I just get them the ball and they score.
Yeah. So now you're into training.
Right.
You're heavy into training. Everybody kind of knows you from this Brauer Hoops Clinic.
Right.
Giving back to the community by training and helping with the kids and developing them, not just from a physical standpoint, but also in a mental standpoint as well, right? You're very good. I told you this on a few occasions, that you're really good with the motivation piece of it, giving the kid confidence. So how did you end up getting into training? What led you? I mean, because now you got, I watch you online and you got a decent following now. You got every Saturday, Sunday, you got a decent amount of kids out there, and it started with just a couple. Right. So I've seen the progression over the years. So how did you get into that training?
I've been a school teacher for 27 years, and I raised my daughter basically solo, single father. And once she went away to college, I said, you know what? Now I have time to do something that I've always wanted to do, but being there for her, I didn't have the opportunity and time to do it. So being able to do it right now, I was like, yo, she just graduated high school. She's going away to Boca to go to college. Let me start this. So I got a couple kids. Miles was one. Kid named Andrew, my other, and just started building. And I mean, in the past 6 years or so that I've been doing this, I've probably worked with over 100 plus kids. And I have always keep about 10 to 15 a week steady during the school year, because I teach. And then in the summer, I get it going even more, So I just, and what I love to do is, being that I'm a teacher, I have the, the empathy and the patience to be able to build these kids up. Because if a kid's coming out to me, they usually have some type of skill. And if you could just, nail into that skill and build their confidence, then sky's the limit. Because a lot of these kids just need confidence. They need reps, they need confidence. If you could build their confidence and know how to talk to them and not, degrade them and yell at them and scream at them. Because some coaches, and I played for many coaches. I told you I had 4 coaches in 4 years, from Clarion to St. Leo. Some coaches, you have to adapt different ways. And I learned from some of them what I did want to bring to the table. And then I learned from others what I definitely didn't want to do. And so with that, and teaching at a Title I school for the last 27 years, I've been able to work with all types of kids. So those kids that come to me, they're coming because they want to come play basketball. So to me, that's easy. You know what I mean? That's easy. Kids at school, you have to teach them. That's my job.
Right.
So learning how to work with those kids that have different, personalities helped me with doing the basketball. The basketball is easy because I know how to play the game. Being a point guard, you have to be like a coach on the court. And having 4 or 5 different coaches in 5 years from high school to there, I learned from this guy, that guy, and coaches in AAU ball or CYO, what we played back then, and things like that. I was like, I could take this. And I have the energy, and I love being out on the court. I just love being with the kids. It makes me feel like a kid again. And that's number one to me.
That's good stuff, man. That's good. So 27 years?
Yeah, long time, man.
Wow. You've been at the same school?
I've been at this school for 18.
Been at the school
18 years, man, yeah.
So what's the school that you're at now?
I'm at Frost Elementary. It's in Riverview.
Okay.
Yeah, right over there, yeah.
And then you said Miles and Andrew were your first two.
Yeah, Miles and Andrew. And they've come a long way, man.
Yeah.
In size and everything. I mean, Miles was a small kid. He's grown some, but just his desire and his heart, his handles, he reminded me of so much of me when I was a kid, man. Being little and just feisty and grabbing loose balls and
hustling on defense.
The handles. And when he makes a move, the fans are always going ooh and ah. That's what small guards that got that flair do, you know? And I see him in me. Yeah. Andrew's more of a bigger guard, fundamentals and shoot the jumper and just, you know, gonna be about 6'5", steady guard. And all the kids I work with, man, they're amazing, but their parents are even better. You know, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, because you can't do it without the parents.
Nah, the parents' dedication and commitment to come and bring them and, you know, just be there, you know, is amazing.
Yeah, that's one thing I tell Miles. I'm like, man, just as, you know, I want you to give me 110% when you're out here because it takes a lot of effort from us as well.
For sure.
Right, and the kids, they'll understand that. That's probably something they'll get when they get older. Yeah.
Later in life.
They're not gonna understand it now. It's just like, oh, Dad's bringing me.
That's supposed to take me.
Yeah. Not realizing that you're working all week and you got one
tired,
day off.
Man.
Yeah. So it's definitely going to be one of those things they get when they get older. But
right.
Yeah, no, I can tell you that, you know, like I said, I'm happy where, you know, that we met you, and I'm happy where Miles is right now. There's been a lot of development. He's going into his 4th AAU season right now.
Right.
With TNBA Tampa right now. They actually got accepted into the Under Armour circuit.
Nice.
So the competition level is gonna step up quite a bit.
Right.
So over these next 3 or 4 months, we're gonna go hard, you know, in the gym, trying to get him ready for it. But yeah, as far as you know, the skill set that he has right now, man, I think the one thing I really like about his game is his passing ability.
Yeah,
he's got a gift to pass.
Great
the ball.
IQ, man.
Yeah, he's got
great IQ. You can't teach that.
Yeah, he's got a passing ability.
He's nice. Yes.
Yeah. So who's the greatest of all time?
Oh man, the greatest is Mike. Mike's the GOAT.
Say Mike's the GOAT?
Yeah, and after that, I say Magic's next.
Oh.
That's my 2 best.
Those are your 2 best right there?
My 2 favorites, Magic and Mike.
All right.
Yeah, LeBron's the most complete player, you know, but the greatest of all time is Jordan. He's in a class by himself. I mean, it just is what it is.
What makes him, because see, the thing about that, though, is LeBron is better than him in every statistic, basically.
He played many more years.
That matters, though.
Yeah,
longevity's important.
Longevity's important, but 6 titles, 6 times. He would have had 8 if he never left. He would have won 8 in a row if he didn't leave to go play baseball.
That's true.
So that's 8 in a row.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how I always tell people. There would be 8 in a row. Mike, what's LeBron, like 3 and 6 or something? 4 and 5 and 6? I mean, he's lost a lot in the finals, and he goes to teams. He jumps ship, which I know that is what they all do now, but back when we were kids, they stayed. You know what I mean? And Mike was that nice that he didn't need to go anywhere. He didn't need to go bring people. Pippen was there, but
Rodman
came, but those were role players. He had a good supporting cast. But he didn't go run with Bosh and Wade and all those guys and Kyrie.
Well, he had Pippen. Pippen was an all-star, though.
Yeah, but Pippen was there. He got drafted by them. You know what I'm saying? He didn't go chasing them. I mean, I like LeBron. I love LeBron as a person. I think he's a hell of an athlete.
You think
hell of a player?
So you think that Michael would?
Michael's top, and then under Mike is Kobe.
Okay.
On that, they're different players. See, and Magic and LeBron are more of the type of player. They're similar. I can't compare. See, when they say the GOAT, it's hard to compare that. You know what I'm saying? Because you could say Bill Russell. You could say so many different players that have done Wilt Chamberlain. But when I compare players, I would put Mike with Kobe, and I would put Magic with LeBron. Because when LeBron came in the league, he didn't want to score. He was a pass-first guy. He loved to pass.
Yeah, well, remember, everybody develops at different paces. LeBron was a child when he came in.
Yeah, he was 18. He was young.
He's playing against grown men.
He was, but he's built. He's a big boy. He was always strong and big. But Mike, I just don't see anybody beat Mike, man. Mike, nah, man. I know you're a LeBron guy.
No, I don't know. I think statistically, I think LeBron Nobody can catch him, number one.
Nah, nobody's going to catch him.
As far as keeping his body together, longevity, LeBron is there. As far as, keeping up with the hype, right? He came out of high school as the chosen one.
Right.
And I would argue that nobody even expected him to be as good as he is. And he's actually exceeded what we all thought.
For sure.
And then, if we're going to be honest about it, right? And this is no disrespect to anybody that played in the league back in the day, but the players are better now.
Oh, of course they
It's
are.
plenty simple.
But Mike would have been better too.
I don't think Mike was really playing against nobody, really. I think if LeBron played in that time, thinking about it, if LeBron played in that time, it would have just been, forget about 6 in a row, it would have been all 12. He would have never lost.
Yeah, but they don't, now with all the training and all that, they didn't do that back then. We just went out in the court and played. You know what I'm saying? Jordan just went out and played wherever he could play, at North Carolina, here, there. These guys got trainers there in the gym. It's different. So if Mike played at this time, would Mike have been even better than he was back then?
Potentially.
We don't know.
Potentially.
Yeah, but I just think.
I would say Mike, if I was to say, I think LeBron's the GOAT, right?
I know you do.
But if I was to say Mike is the GOAT, it would be because of the fact that he pioneered the game for these players.
Okay.
He kind of showed everybody the way. This is how you do it, right? You see how Kobe copied his jump. This is how you do the jump shot.
Right.
This is how you do the fadeaway. This is how you make money outside of the court.
Right.
This is how you make money off your name. He basically blew basketball up single-handedly by himself.
He did.
Right? So that's why LeBron were 23 when he came out of high school. That's why these guys, because they were, they wanted to be like Mike. So you got to give Mike credit for that, being the pioneer for something.
Right.
But when it comes player to player, man, LeBron would take Mike in the post. You know what I'm saying? Put him on the block. Come here, Mike. You know what I'm saying? Mike was 6'6", 215. LeBron 6'8", 6'9", 265. Muscle just can't be stopped. So it'd have been an interesting, it'd have been an interesting take with both of them guys going at it. So I see on social media you posted that you had gotten Teacher of the Year at your school. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, that was wild, because being a PE teacher and you're working with all grade level teachers that teach math, science, this and that, I've been there for a long time and I do work very hard. I do work hard, but to be voted as Teacher of the Year by my peers was pretty amazing, man, and something that I consider just as valuable as being inducted into St. Leo's Hall of Fame for basketball and all the other accolades that I've had in my life, because I was just a kid that, to be honest, I didn't like school growing up. I didn't like school. I just liked basketball, sports. But I knew, like I tell all the kids that I train, that you have to do well in school if you want to play sports, if you want to be successful in life. It's part of discipline and just learning that you need to do these things to succeed in life. Are you going to see all this stuff that you do in school in life? Probably not. Right. But it just teaches you structure, teaches you responsibility and things like that. So that's what I always try to give back to the kids and let them know at my school that, when they say, oh, I know you didn't like this or like that, I said, no, maybe I didn't, but I knew that I had to do it if I wanted to be successful in life. Right. You don't have to like something to have to do it and succeed at it, So that's how I always try to give back. And, I love going to school. I love waking up every day and being there for the children. I mean, and that's what I think it's all about. People always ask me, hey, you could retire soon, right? All my buddies in Brooklyn. I'm like, probably, but I don't even think about that. What I think about is the day I have to leave that school and I can't come back is the day I'm gonna cry. I don't wanna ever retire from teaching. I love what I do. If you love what you do, then why would you leave it, The only way I'll leave is if God physically or mentally, I can't do it anymore because my body just breaks down. But as long as I can keep going, I'll work till I'm 70. I love it.
They say to retire means to expire.
That's true. That's true.
So,
you see it.
All these people that are like, oh, I'm retiring at 65.
Right.
Okay. You probably ain't gonna be around by 70.
You're gonna be depressed, sitting at home doing nothing.
I'm not ever gonna stop.
Right. You got to keep your mind going.
I'm not ever gonna stop. I play. How old are you right now?
I'll be 54 in January.
Okay, so there's another guy about your age,
right?
That hoops every single day.
Right.
His name is Scotty.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you know Scott, right?
Yeah, he plays every day, right?
He plays every single day. So this guy's running around like he's still 30.
Yeah.
Because he just never stopped. He never stopped.
Right.
And so I imagine if you did his blood work and you looked internally, man, he probably looks
like a 30-year-old.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
right.
So that's the key.
That's the key.
Is to just keep moving.
Right.
To keep grinding, keep
That's
getting
it.
up every day.
Yeah.
And that's the key to it.
That's it.
You know? Don't retire if you don't have to retire.
Right.
Plus, what are you gonna do all day?
That's boring, yeah.
Mom, what are you gonna do?
All right. Yeah.
Get up. Yeah, so I'm right there with you when you're like,
Right.
you ain't retiring. You know. But I'd like to see you on that court more though.
I was, remember.
I ain't gonna lie, I want to see you on that court.
The why, man. You remember last 2 years, back-to-back MVPs in that league. But I'm thinking about, I know you're playing in it now, right?
Yeah, this upcoming, we're playing.
Playoffs?
Yep. No, this upcoming.
It's coming back? It's starting again?
This upcoming season, I'm gonna jump in there.
Yeah, because I saw Miles, me and Miles were at the gym yesterday, and this guy on your team was shooting. Miles said he's on Dad's team.
Oh, okay.
White dude was just shooting on the other side. He was like, he's on Dad's team. So the season's over now.
Yeah, but I've been playing. I'm trying to
said you're playing.
I'm trying to get back into it. You know,
Good.
I'm at about 200, 205. I got to get down to like 195.
That's good. Yeah, sweet.
190 even.
Yeah.
Basketball playing weight.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Got to stay playing, man.
Yeah, but it's funny though because when we first played you, and Dom was probably, I think Dom was like 25, 26 at that time.
Right.
Dom was like, oh, he's like, you know Joey? Like, nah, you know. He's like, yo, Joey's nice. I was like, man, come on, man. I was like, don't worry about that, man. I was playing defense. Next thing you know, you hit a three. You come down again, you get to the basket, and one. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I'm like, Dom, play some defense. And Dom's like a Division I athlete. Like Dom, you know, he played, he was a cornerback.
Right.
For a D1 school. So like playing defense is his thing.
Yeah.
So when you was busting his ass, I was like, okay, so maybe,
ain't lying.
maybe there's something there, yeah.
Yeah, that was fun, man.
Yeah, and I think, if I think right, you probably was 40, 47, 48.
That wasn't too long ago, right?
Yeah.
Maybe 6, 7 years ago.
Yeah, so you probably was 48, 49 doing that to him.
I was half his age almost, right?
Yeah,
That's what I tell these guys when I play against them.
I'm talking about, listen, he was giving it to him too, though.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just like, you know how you get guys who can play, right? They'll just sit back and shoot threes. You know, they'll come off a pick, they'll shoot an open three, whatever. No, it was getting to the basket and ones, getting to the lane and finishing on them. Like the New York style of basketball is what it was.
Because I like the aggressive when he plays hard. So that when he play hard, I'm going to do you. Because, you know, if they back off, I'm like, this is boring. But he came and he had a big body, I remember.
Yeah, he got
that was fun. That was fun. Rachel was there. Yeah, I remember. That was great times, man.
And you had who else you have on your team that was pretty good too?
Back then I had Nate, right?
Nate's solid.
Yeah, Nate was good.
Nate plays some tough defense.
Yeah, Nate plays hard D. Yeah. We're going to try to get back in it this summer. I'm going to try to get back. I'm in the weight shape. I just got to get back in playing shape. Mm-hmm. And my hips have been feeling better now. I feel good.
It takes a little bit of time, though, to get back into it. I'm trying to do it now, right? And the thing is, it's funny because, you know, I'm 40, not 50. So, you know, I'm 40, but there's a difference between 35 and 40.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not playing consistently.
Yes.
So what's happening is a lot of these guys, they see me on, you know, the podcast, or they see me on social media or whatever, right? You know, so when they see me in real life, they're going at me.
Yeah.
Right? So they have me come out, I'm playing 3-on-3 with them. And I'm like, damn, everybody's trying to score on me, like just, you know, trying to run me off picks and put me in the pick and roll and just tire me out because they really want to just. So I told them to enjoy this right now.
Until I get back into it.
Yeah, just enjoy this because you guys have been playing. They ain't stopped playing.
Right, yeah, they don't. Right? Once they don't, they keep playing.
But go ahead and enjoy that. You know what I mean? Go ahead and laugh and chuckle and say your little slick stuff you saying.
Yeah.
It's going to be, I'm coming back though.
Good.
Yeah, so.
That's it, man.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and then the thing is with Miguel knows too though. Yeah, Miguel knows. He knows I could play a little, not a lot.
You're nice, kid.
But he knows I could play a little, you know. Any final advice for any of the kids watching out here in the Tampa Bay area that are looking to kind of get better in the game of basketball? Any advice you want to give them?
Yeah, just work hard every day. Go out and play every day. Find time to get out there and work on your game. You don't have to be in leagues. You don't have to play AAU. Just get out there and work on your craft. Just like anything else in life. If you want to be great at something, you have to put in the work. So go out there and work hard. Get up the shots. Work on your handle. Work on your conditioning. I always tell kids, especially, you know, some kids don't play every day, If you go out there and you get into a game, and you can't get up and down the court in the second half because you're tired and your jumper's not gonna fall because you have no legs. So you have to be in top shape. It's one thing I love playing. I never wanted to come out the game, and I never got tired, man, because you didn't want to come out. You wanted to stay in. You wanted to do whatever you can do to help your team win. And so just keep working. Keep working. Don't stop. If your foot hurts, leg hurts, arm hurts, fight through it. Fight through it, because we're all gonna have aches and pains. It's part of the game. You know what I'm saying? Just keep working. That's it.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. So keep working.
That's it. Keep working.
If anybody wants to reach out to you, or if anybody wants to train with you, how can they get in contact with you?
Yeah, just go to Brauer Hoops Clinic on Instagram, okay? Hit me on DM and we'll get it going. Love to have any kid, any age, you know? Love to give back to the youth. That's what it's all about. I'm out there all the time. So every weekend I'm out, you know, weeknights if you need it. Whatever you need it, I'm there, okay?
Thanks for watching. You know, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow. Glad you got a chance to learn a little bit about my guy, Joey.